Hello everyone, I'm Vikas from SmallAcademy and welcome to another video. So in this part of live streaming app development series, we're going to go ahead and further develop our application. So in the last video, we created the custom layout and we have added the required dependencies for our application. Now in this video, we're going to go ahead and add other features that we need for our application. Okay. So I'm going to start by adding the linear layout, and I'm going to delete this constant layout from here, because if I add the constant layout, then I'm not able to fully utilize the available space here. I don't know why. Maybe it is because of nested scroll view here, and we do have the coordinator layout here. The coordinator here is not allowing me to use the available space here inside the constant view, so I'm going to use linear layout here. So we'll be using the vertical linear layout. So I'm going to drag and drop the vertical linear layout, and inside this vertical linear layout I'm going to add the recycler view. And if you remember, we have the big home slider where we are displaying our channels, right? So this recycler view is going to display that, and we will use the custom layout for that. Okay, so let's go ahead and create the custom layout for this big slider here. And to create the custom layout, I'm going to create new layout resource file in our layout directory, and I'm going to give the name to this layout resource file as big slider view. Okay, now here I need to design the layout for the slider, but what I'm going to do is I already have this layout designed, so I'm just going to copy the design and paste it here, and I will provide that layout resource file to the gist, so you can just go and copy that from the my GitHub profile. So I'll leave the link in the description as well, because if I try to design the layout here, it's going to take lots of time, and I don't want to waste my time here because it's going to be really long series. So I'm going to go to my desktop, and I have one resource file here, resource directory, and I'm going to upload this resource directory either in the GitHub or in the Google Drive, and I will leave the link in the description so that you guys will have access to all the images that we're going to use and to the views as well. Okay, so we have this big slider view here, and I'm just going to open this in the Sublime Text and copy this source code and paste it here. Just go to the split section and replace this code. Okay, now this is our design, but the image is missing. So let me check here. Okay, the image from the drawable is missing, so I'm just going to get that image as well. So let me go to the views here, go back to the resources, go to image, and this is the placeholder image that we're going to use. So let me copy that and paste into this drawable folder, select the drawable and click on OK. Okay, now we have our image and we have our channel name, and this both of these resources are having their own ID. For images, we have channel thumbnail ID, and we have given the 200 dp of height, and for the text view here we have the ID as channel name, and so on. Okay, so this is our design that we'll be using for our big slider. Okay, now the view are ready. Now we'll go ahead and create few packages here, and those packages will help us organize the files in proper way. So first package is for models. So we're gonna have two models, one is for channel and another one is for category, and one more package that I'm going to create is for the adapters. Okay, so our recycler view is going to need the adapters that going to inflate this view to the recycler view items and display the data. Okay, so now we'll go ahead and create the models, and first model that I'm going to create is channel. Okay, so this is the channel model, and this channel class is going to contain all the parameters that we will be using for our channels. Okay, so to check what are the parameters that our channel is going to have, then we need to go to our API and check it. Okay, so to be able to access the API from the localhost, we need to start our server. So I'm going to open this XAMPP control panel. Okay, and I have shown you guys how to install this control panel and how to install our PHP script in the local server in the first video. So if you haven't watched that, please go and watch it, because all the parts are very important here. If you haven't watched that, then you won't be able to follow along here. So I will leave the video in the I button, so you can just click on that and go back, watch those videos and come back here to continue. Okay, that being said, let's start the Apache and MySQL, and after that we can access our PHP dashboard. Okay, so our PHP dashboard is installed at mytv directory, so that's why I'm using localhost / mytv. And here now I'm going to enter my username and password, and you can see we are inside the dashboard. Okay, now to access the API, we're going to need the API key. So this is our API key. I'm going to copy this API key. Okay, and here in the new tab I'm going to access our API key. So let me go to localhost mytv is our directory, and we have the file called api.php. Now this api.php is going to take few parameters. First one is key, and here we need to paste the API key that we have just copied from the dashboard, and we need to pass the ID of the user, so the currently logged in user, and by default the currently logged in user is having the ID as 1. Okay, if you have added one more user, then this ID is going to be 2 or 3, but I think everyone is using the same user, so I'm just going to leave ID as 1. And let me know if you want me to improve this PHP script. Okay, so if you want me to do that, then I will improve this PHP script in the future when we start the PHP Backend tutorial series, where I will teach you guys how to create this whole script, and there we'll maybe improve this. But for now, let's leave it as it is. And the last parameter we need to pass is category, and we have 3 categories available to us right now. So if I go to categories, you can see we have sports, news and entertainment. So I'm going to face the channel from news. Okay, so these are the channels present in the news category. Okay, so let's see, we have, let's say, 4 total channel, and every channel is having its own fields. So we have ID, name, description, live URL, thumbnail, Facebook, Twitter, and so on, right? So these are the fields that we need to give in our channel model. Okay, so go back here. Now here we'll add the required fields for this channel class. So first thing is ID, so private integer ID, because this ID is of type integer. So if you go back here, you can see we are having ID and it is integer. Anyway, it is displaying in the string format, but we will convert that into ID. Okay, so another one is channel name. Okay, and we need description, string, thumbnail. Okay, so this is the thumbnail URL. This field is going to store the thumbnail URL, and private string live URL. Now we need to generate the setter and getter, so that we'll be able to fetch the data or set the new data to this particular field. Okay, so I'm going to generate new setter and getter, select all these fields, and this is our setter and getters. Now we'll override one more method here. So that method is toString method, and I want to override this toString method because I want to be able to debug this channel class if I want to in the program. So that's why I'm creating the toString method to display the available data of this particular fields in this class. Okay, so this is our channel class, right? Now we can create the adapters for our slider here. Okay, so in the main activity we have this big slider that we are going to display our channels from the API. So I want to create the adapters for that, but what I want to do here is I want to create one generic channel adapter, because our big slider is going to have the channel name and channel image. Okay, so And if you remember, in the demo application, I have shown you guys that our category wise channels is also going to have channel name and channel thumbnail only. Okay, so that's why I want to create one adapter for all the stuff that we are going to display in the recycler view that is present in the home page. Okay, so that's why I'm going to create one generic class for the channel adapter. Okay, now this channel adapter is going to extend the recycler view adapter, and this is going to take the parameter as a view holder, and that view holder should be present inside this class as a inner class. Okay, so that's why we will use channel adapter dot view holder. Okay, but the view holder inner class do not present right now, so we need to go ahead and create it. So public class view holder, and this class will extend the recycler view holder, and this inner class required a constructor, so we'll create the matching super constructor here. So we don't need this not null statement here, so I'm just going to delete that. And here I'm going to implement few more methods that comes with this interface, this recycler view.adapter interface, and these are the extra stuff that is generating, so I'm just going to delete that from our program. We don't need that. Okay, now we have overridden few methods, that is onCreate view holder, onBind view holder, and getItemCount. So onCreate view holder is going to help us to inflate this big slider view custom layout to our recycler view items, and onBind view holder we are going to bind the data that we are going to receive from our API, and in the getItemCount we're just going to display the number of items that we want to display in our recycler view. Okay, so let's go ahead and inflate the layout. I will create the view here, and from the layout inflator we'll pass the context and we'll inflate the layout. So r.layout dot big slider view is the layout name. Okay, we need to pass the parent and we'll pass the false as a parameter, and here we'll create new view holder instance and we'll pass our new view here. Okay, in that way we can attach this big slider view to our view holder, and then we can access the components present inside this custom view. Okay, so let's go back here. We'll create few variables here for our image view, and for our channel title we'll create channel name, and we'll attach the layout resources, so channel image, and here we need to find the view by using the item view. So find view by id, r.id, channel image, actually it's thumbnail. Okay, and another one is channel name, so item view dot find view by id, r.id, channel name. All right, and we will set the channel name and thumbnail here in onBind view holder, but before that we need to receive that data from other activity to this channel view adapter. Okay, so here I need to create the list of channels that I'm going to receive from the other activity. Now we need to create the constructor to receive the list of channels from the API that we're going to run. Okay, so our API is going to provide the data, and we will pass that data from main activity to this channel adapter here using a constructor. So, and we will create that constructor in the next video. So this video is already too long and I don't want to bore you guys with all these extra stuff, so I will see you in the next video. So don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more videos, and I will see you in the next one.